So here is a creator-centric laptop with latest and powerful hardware and OLED screen with great performance. The Asus VivoBook Pro 15 OLED, which comes with latest 13th Gen Intel CPU and RTX 40 series GPU. This laptop is available at Creative Laptop Store, exclusive Asus store in Ludhiana, Kocha Market area for about 1,54,000 at the time of making this video. But prices may decrease in the future, so be sure to contact Creative Laptop Store to check the price before buying. Let's quickly take a look at the general specifications of this laptop. It has Intel's Core i9-3900H processor that comes with 14 cores and 20 threads, out of which 6 are P cores and 8 are E cores. It has a clock speed range of 1.9 to 5.4 GHz and a maximum TDP of 45 watts. It has Intel's Iris Xe G7 as iGPU and Nvidia's RTX 4050 with 6 GB of GDDR6 VRAM and a maximum TDP of 65 watts only. This is because of its slim form factor to manage the thermals. It has support for DLSS 3, Super Resolution, Frame Generation and DirectX 12 Ultimate. It has 16 GB of DDR5 RAM clocked at 4800 MHz in a single channel and 1 TB of Gen 4 SSD. Now let's take a look at the build quality and design of this laptop. This laptop comes in all silver color with aluminum top lid and the rest of the body with plastic. There is negligible top lid flex due to its metallic build and very little keyboard flex due to its slim form factor. The hinges feel quite sturdy and there is almost no screen wobble. It can easily be opened with one hand and the screen goes back to full 180 degrees for sharing. It has dimensions of 14.03 by 9.26 by 0.78 inches and has a weight of 1.7 kgs. It feels pretty light and easy to carry around. It has very narrow side bezels but wide upper and lower bezels. It has a full-size single light white backlit keyboard which has 3 levels of brightness. The brightness however is not too much. It has good key travel and feels good to type on, and the palms do not come in contact with the touchpad in my experience. It has a good sized fully clickable trackpad with multi-gesture support and it feels smooth to use without any problems. It has speakers by Harman Kardon which lie on the sides and have a really good, loud and clear sound. Here is how they sound. Now let's take a look at the screen of this laptop. It has a 15.6-inch 2.8K OLED panel with native resolution of 2880 by 1620. It has an aspect ratio of 16 by 9 and a refresh rate of 120Hz with brightness of 600 nits. It has an excellent color gamut of 100% DCI-P3 and best contrast ratio as it has an OLED screen. It has a great gray-to-gray response time of 0.2 milliseconds and a great viewing angle of 178 degrees. It also has HDR support. Now let's talk about the special features of this laptop. It has a mux switch without advanced Optimus, which is great for a non-gaming laptop. It has a big battery of 70 Wh, which will give you about 8 hours of regular usage and 1.5 to 2 hours of gaming, which is really impressive. It has a full HD webcam with great quality and it comes with a privacy shutter. It also has an adaptive color and light sensor which adjusts screen mode automatically. It has a very responsive fingerprint scanner built into the power button which lies on the top right of the keyboard. It also comes with MS Office pre-installed. It has 3 vent cooling system which maintains the thermals pretty good, and it has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0. Talking about the ports, it has 2 USB Type A ports and 2 USB Type C ports. Starting from the left, it has one USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1 port, an air exhaust vent, one audio mic combo jack, and one full-sized SD card reader, which is really handy for creators. On the right side, it has one USB Type C Thunderbolt 4 port which supports data transfer, display output up to 4K 60Hz and can be used to charge the laptop with 65 Wh charger. Next, it has another USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 port which also supports data transfer and can be used to charge the laptop with up to 65 watt charger. A second USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 port, HDMI 2.1 port which gives display of 4K 120Hz, and one RJ45 Ethernet port facing the preferred way so you don't have to lift the laptop up to remove it, and at last one charging jack which can be used to charge the laptop with up to 120 watt charger. It has a good port selection, giving ample options to creators to work with. However, for gamers, it not might be ideal as it has only 2 USB Type-A ports. Now let's talk about the upgrade options of this laptop. It has 2 RAM slots, out of which only one can be upgraded. It has 16 GB by default in the non-upgradable slot, and the other can be upgraded with a maximum of 16 GB DDR5 RAM clocked at 4800 MHz. It has 2 M.2 slots, both of which can be upgraded with a maximum of 1 TB Gen 4 SSD, and has one upgradable Bluetooth and Wi-Fi card. Now let's see the performance benchmarks of this laptop. Cinebench R23 scored 16,123 in multi-core and 2,070 2175 in single-core performance. Geekbench scored 13,115 in multi-core and 2,795 in single-core performance. 3D Mark Time Spy scored 7605 in CPU, 12,654 in GPU, and 8105 overall score. The scores may not seem up to mark for an i9 13900H and RTX 4050, but this is because both are low-powered components with low TDP to maintain temperatures in this slim laptop. So scores are actually good for a 65W 4050 and a 49W i9. I also gathered some data for games tested on this machine because after all, it does have i9 with RTX 4050. All these games were tested at 1080p resolution with recommended settings, DLSS was balanced wherever applicable, and ray tracing was turned off. And here are the results. As you can see, it is performing really good for a low-powered i9 and 4050 laptop, holding its own by giving playable FPS in all these games. The temperatures were also really well managed without a single instance of thermal throttling. So this laptop is powerful enough for tasks like 4K editing, 3D modeling, all creative tasks that require color accuracy, medium to hard gaming, coding, and productivity due to its light form factor. In conclusion, I would like to say that this laptop is good for all those people who are more focused on creative tasks like editing or 3D modeling, especially those who need a machine on the go. It is light and slim enough to carry anywhere and has a low profile look to feel more professional. People who want to game should not go for this laptop as it is quite costly and one can get better hardware in this price range for gaming. And this is why I feel that it is quite costly for i9 13900H and RTX 4050, as apart from a slimmer form factor and an OLED screen, one has better options with better performance. If you liked the review, please like the video, dislike if you didn't, tell me about it in the comment section, and consider subscribing for more videos like this.